Hello my friends and welcome back. It is episode 61, Assault on Stalingard. For now there is nothing for me to do. Okay, these guys can just go ahead and sit in this town. It's a shame it's not a little bit closer. I suppose there'll be good lookouts there. Once heavily entrenched, that MG crew will be basically indestructible. No access to close defense. Makes them a pretty spicy target. Right, I assume that the Russians are just going to come after us. These Romanians have not got a hope. Not a hope in hell. Infantry in the open is truly target practice. One thing we don't have is counter artillery, but I'm not too concerned. Artillery is not particularly great in open space. My tanks will be able to one-shot these. Once they're close enough, of course. Oof. I think we might be a passenger in this battle for quite some time. We are seeing plenty of enemy infantry, so we will need to keep our eyes peeled for them as they approach our front line. Wow, they're getting absolutely wrecked. You know it's bad when infantry attacks tanks in the open and wins comfortably. Oof. As the WWE would say, these guys are getting jabronied. I'll still call it the WWF. So weird that an animal foundation sued them for like logo copyright infringement or whatever. I mean, it had nothing to do with each other. Only in the US do you win a case like that. People might confuse the two. Like, what? I never confused the two. How could you confuse the two? Oh, anyway. Okay, that's a tank. So the tanks are actually not too much of a problem, because the anti-tank will happily devour them. It's an ambush and he got overrun! Ah, so funny. Look at this one-sided slaying that's going on right here, right now. Let me tell you, if they waddle into an ambush that involves my anti-tank gun, there'll be a very different result. Conk. That is a lot of infantry. I almost wish now I'd brought 15 centimeters instead, but I couldn't really afford them. We just gotta be careful. We just gotta make sure that our you know, it looks like they haven't got any aircraft. Just got to make sure that our scout cars do their jobs and go out there and put the hurt on this infantry before it can do anything. Oh ho ho ho! Romanian infantry, why are you so bad? You're so bad. My General, sorry to interrupt, but something urgently needs your attention. I have in my hands what appears to be secret communication that's come from HQ of General Paulus, but not from Paulus himself. Requests that we disobey our orders to leave Stalingard and instead stay to help defend the perimeter of the city. I cannot in good conscience suggest that we ignore our given orders, but at the same time I feel that we should abandon so many men of the 6th Army in Stalingard should we leave on schedule. Excuse me. The choice of where to make our stand I leave to you. Defend Stalingard airfields from attack. Do not move forces to defend the Shah rail station. Cool. That's what we're going to do anyway. I presume that these forces are programmed to go after Team Yellow, who is slowly repairing his stuff right now. He's actually got some reasonable kit. He's actually got some gear that's okay. These Martyrs and P3Ls and stuff are reasonable. Yeah, 7.5 centimeter guns are trash. Shame he's wasted money repairing them. Although, once fully... I mean, these guys are entrenching right now. Once fully entrenched, they won't be easy to destroy. Right. I don't know if I should reposition this so that this is actually being defended. Or just leave it. That is actually a town tile. Let's just go ahead and rearrange these for maximum defensiveness. Interestingly, you can entrench better. I don't really pay much attention to entrenchment, but you can entrench better in the open tiles than you can in the airport tile. Okay. Not much to do, but just sit on our hands. I don't think the AI is going to get in the air. In which case, we might be just better off putting the guns face down. Although, no, actually, we'd better not, because they don't have readiness. Oh no, no, never mind. I was wise to bring anti-air. The air is here. That's a good point, actually. Oh, not just a little bit of air. They brought a lot. There's no airports, so they must have... They must have deployable airports. You know, this is the second time I've looked at a map, and there's been no enemy airfields where they've got super secret deployable airfields. I'm a passenger, and I ride and I ride. Kind of a passenger in this fight right now. I'm not seeing anything that my tanks can't handle easily. We'll just wait for the Russians to finish dumpstering the Romanians. Oh, have I made a mistake? I crashed the game! Oh, that's funny. I crashed the game trying to look at the information during the enemy's turn. That's so funny. Curiosity killed the client. Okay. Just loaded up the autosave, we're fine. I just wanted to see what their stats are. No, their stats are exactly what you would expect. It's just that they're terrible. I guess a lack of stars is the problem. The Russians enjoy 2.5 stars of experience. And the Romanian infantry is only 1 star. Ouch. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Want to slay him. By Gunthar's hammer, what a slaying. He's dead now, David. I think his name's David Newman. You know, all the actors that you grew up with, they were like in their 40s when you were a kid. So now they're in their 60s and 70s now and 80s, and they're all dying off. It's a harsh life. Alright. There's nothing for me to do here except watch these guys get slain. Watch my computer struggle. For some reason. Poor Romanians. That tank is so dead. Painful to watch this one-sided slaying that's going on here. That is a lot of infantry for an open field battle. Tanks are going to eat these guys alive when they get closer. I guess it just goes to show how much experience matters. I know that the Guards infantry has very nice stats. I'm pretty sure this is a 1943 infantry type. Infantry gets a big boost in stats in 1943. There was those Danish troops that we saw back in 1941 and they had 1943 stats and one of my recon cars just got devoured. They do actually get quite a boost. And I think their like hard attack for infantry goes from something like 3 to 8 or 9, which is a really big boost. I think heavy weapons teams go as high as 11, which if you're going after someone's close combat stat is, you know, enough to just completely annihilate them. The one thing is, this rocket artillery could be very threatening to my heavy weapons team that's currently entrenching in the town. So we'll have to be careful. This, oh man, the slaughter. It's so bad. Yeah, I'm not going to check the information on it. I've learned my lesson. But, you know, it's like anti-tank guns with diabolical attack stats. Can't even do 1 damage. So bad. This is why I never bother with anti-tank throughout most of the game, is that most anti-tank is complete garbage. Stewie is decent, but I'm pretty sure that's a 1944 unit. So it was going to be pretty good. This is a seriously one-sided slamming that I'm watching right now. It's painful to watch. Soon they will all be dead. And we will have to deal with being attacked from two sides. We just have to remember, the objective, apparently, is to protect these 3 airports. That's it. So it doesn't really matter what the AI does, as long as we do not allow it to have the airports. Oof. Oh well, I suppose they got 4 tanks though, and 5 more. That's pretty good, considering I think that's a T-34-42. It is. That's actually a very high quality unit. They just did a lot of damage to. It's good that they're doing some chip damage because, you know, when they close in on me, I'll use that as an opportunity to overrun them. Some of our prototype aircraft remain inoperable, but I believe these are just teething issues that we could rectify. Instead of needing to write off entire planes. Simultaneously, we have in our possession more Allied Lend-Lease equipment that we have scoured from Stalingard that also needs some man-hours to restore to working order. In total, we could gain some additional Bf-905Z fighter bombers, HE-209 heavy fighters, and a few models of Spitfire for our efforts. I mean, in theory, if you've never failed an objective, you should have enough commendations to get everything in a DLC. And all of this equipment is going to be obsolete soon. In fact, the Spitfires are already obsolete. But sure, whatever. Oh! Huh, we received 9 VB Spitfires. This is actually a later war variant. Although I think still pretty badly outperformed by the Wolf. So, you know, obsolete before you get it. But slot-wise, very cheap. The fact that these enjoy a 17 air attack makes them incredible. Only 3 slots as well. I mean, this is like one of the most advanced units in the entire game. This is like a 1945 unit. And it's got 22 air attack and 20 defense. So that just goes to show that this 17 is pretty serious business. If you have like +3 from aerial ace, that's 20 total. That is enough to damage jet fighters. Right then. Okay, these guys are protected by the anti-aircraft gun. That's good. Shame I can't reposition to actually defend the airport and also defend this infantry at the same time. but it's entrenching nicely. I was just thinking, I suppose if you put the anti-air here and the anti-tank here and defended the airport with a recon car. Okay, well, anyway. Half an hour of gameplay, nearly. And I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything. I've deployed and sat here and pressed the end turn button. Just have to sit here and watch Romanians be killed. Harsh. Just seeing if they can get some semblance of blood in trade. I wonder how much money Yellow is getting each turn. He has repaired the most expensive stuff, which is the artillery, and the 8.8 is a very expensive piece of kit. But I hope soon he starts spending money on repairing his infantry, because infantry in the city tiles will actually hold out quite nicely. And also his anti-tank guns are inexpensive. I reckon that most of his units are they're 2-star. He's probably using cheap replacements as well, so it's an ambush. Still died though. Oh, shouldn't have done that. I guess the snow is really hampering firepower. These things must have reasonably decent armor to not be just completely annihilated there. Oh well, we'll have a look at its stats when it's my go. Okay. Lol. You get nothing. Oh, it's an anti-tank. $18 ground defense. It's reasonable. I think even the jeeps could actually destroy that, funnily enough. Of course we would be accosted by one of the more dangerous vehicles out there. Nine for -1. 9 for 0 here. The question is, do we want to hit him? Or do we want to just relax? Man, if someone blunders into that infantry, it's instant death. This is the other thing, is, you know, if I brought artillery along, I could just shoot at it with the artillery. I wouldn't have to fight it straight up. Well, I don't see any infantry within range. Excuse me. So the big issue here is, I want to kill that, and I could. I can get 6 here and I can get 4 here, and with the recon cars assisting it wouldn't be too difficult. But I would not have the overruns to then get back into defended position. I need more enemy garbage so that there are units that I can just blast for free damage. I'm a little bit concerned about the low capability of this one. .611, it's great. Sound quality is great. I can't see the enemy infantry yet. Okay, all right. Let's leave it there for now. The enemy's on the way. We'll have to engage them carefully, but I don't see anything that's a huge threat. But yeah, if this was a 15cm gun or a 21cm gun, you'd just blast the guy. And then at least you know you were doing damage to him. As it stands, I just have to continue to play on the defensive. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time.